Good morning, Western Slope. Happy Monday. I'm Dalen Brazelton. Let's talk about your weather. Folks, we woke up to some thunderstorms across western Colorado this morning, but things are shaping up to be lovely for the day ahead. Taking a look behind me on America's Mattress Live Tower Cam, you can already start to see that cloud coverage receding behind me. It's going to be a lovely one, of course, as we continue to see that kind of dissipate. That cloud coverage is expected to return later on in the day, however. We're hanging out in the mid-60s right now, relatively clear conditions within the valley itself, and we're still waiting for that sun to officially rise as well. We had some of those thunderstorms this morning, but it will be replaced hopefully with some sunny skies today. However, do not expect that rain to be done for now. We could be seeing it return to the region in a broad sense tonight, but more specifically to this area probably tomorrow afternoon. In the early morning hours, though, you could definitely see how that storm system made its way through the I-70 corridor. That little bout of red and yellow in there, well, that's some thunderstorms that we saw just a little bit ago. Meanwhile, we're seeing 66 degrees in Grand Junction. Montrose in the upper 50s with Nucla and Paonia. Delta seeing mid-50s. Glade Park at 61 degrees in Moab. Hanging out in the upper 50s still. Relatively consistent start to the morning across most areas in western Colorado, which is always a nice thing to see. Now for that classroom forecast, that first bell's ringing to 62 degrees and mostly sunny skies. Like I mentioned, not going to be seeing too much cloud coverage throughout the day, but you could be seeing just some spots here and there. Meanwhile, those after-school activities, well, they're approaching the 90s once again. It's been a while since we've seen 90-degree temperatures, and don't get me wrong, we're not. But it's getting just close enough that I'm kind of eyeing it suspiciously, you know what I'm saying? Now, over the course of the next 12 hours, we will be seeing a gradual increase in temperature, with those upper 80s expected to head our way at around 3 p.m. and then continue on until the early evening. Meanwhile, the morning hours themselves, they're shaping up to be lovely, even getting into the 50s for a little bit, roughly around 7 a.m. Now, while we had this one system over across the West Coast kind of making its way through that region, it's not really expected to push any of that moisture into western Colorado itself. More so, we're seeing this storm that we're already noting leaving the area. Well, that's going to continue to push its way closer to the Great Plains and maybe even into the Oklahoma Panhandle, seeing some strong to severe storms possible for that region. Meanwhile, for that dog walking forecast, we got Remington hanging out with us all week long here, and it's going to be an absolute blast. Thank you to Greg Smith for submitting this photo. Temperatures going to be lovely for the day, upper 50s at 7 a.m. and then starting to slowly increase in increments of 10 degrees every 2 hours up until we're seeing those upper 80s later on in the day. But any moment in the morning hours, well, that's going to be a great moment to take your best friend out for a walk. As the day goes on, too, that wind speed expected to die down slowly but surely. Now, as we take a look at that futurecast, you're going to see just how clear we are going to be seeing here. This cloud coverage not expected to really return in any meaningful capacity until the afternoon, and then shower potential across the broader region. This is what I mean, folks. We could be seeing some areas with scattered showers, maybe even getting up to Glade Park, but for tonight, we're not really expected to see too much within city limits at all. Meanwhile, it could be returning for tomorrow. As we take a look ahead, though, that Discovery Auto Group's 7-day forecast, cloud coverage moving in later on today, but no real chances for showers within Grand Junction. That changes tomorrow afternoon, however, and every single rest of the day for the week. Montrose being a little bit on the cooler side, those low 80s up until Thursday, dipping down into the mid-70s for next weekend. A little bit higher of a chance to be seeing some rain to end the week, but first, we got to get through a lovely day today.